Imagine a day that wasn't always January 1st, a day that marks the start of the new year. This idea may seem strange to us now, but there was a time when different cultures and civilizations had their own unique days to celebrate the new year. From the ancient Babylonians to the Romans, each had their own way of welcoming a fresh start, a new beginning. So how did January 1st become the recognized day to celebrate the new year? Let's dive into history. We owe our January 1st New Year's Day to the ancient Romans. Indeed, the credit for this global celebration goes back more than 2 millennia to the time of Julius Caesar, the renowned Roman general, statesman, and historian. In 46 BC, Caesar introduced a new calendar system, the Julian calendar, which was a significant improvement over the previous Roman calendar. His reform was guided by Sosigenes, an Alexandrian astronomer, who suggested aligning the calendar with the solar year rather than the lunar cycle. This led to the establishment of January 1st as the start of the new year. But why January 1st, you might wonder? Well, the answer lies in Roman mythology. The month of January was named after Janus, the Roman god of beginnings and endings. Janus, often depicted with two faces, could look back into the past and forward into the future simultaneously. This made him the perfect symbol for the transition from the old year to the new one. The Romans celebrated this day with offerings to Janus in the hope of gaining good fortune for the new year. They exchanged gifts, partied, and decorated their homes with laurel branches. It was a time of joy and anticipation, much like our New Year celebrations today. So, while we toast to the new year, we're also toasting to an ancient Roman tradition. Yet not everyone rings in the new year on January 1st. Across the globe, different cultures celebrate the dawning of a new year at varying times and in distinct ways. Take for instance the Chinese New Year, also known as Spring Festival. It's a vibrant affair that can start any time from late January to early February, based on the lunar calendar. Then there's Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. It's a solemn and reflective time that falls in the early autumn of the Northern Hemisphere. The celebrations span 2 days filled with prayer, reflection, and the sounding of the shofar, a traditional instrument. Travel to India and you'll find Diwali, the Hindu New Year. Typically celebrated in October or November, it's a festival of lights, signifying the victory of light over darkness and hope over despair. Regardless of when or how it's celebrated, the New Year is a time of renewal and reflection. Today we celebrate the New Year in many different ways. The stroke of midnight on December 31st ushers in a fresh start, a blank canvas upon which we can paint our hopes, dreams, and aspirations for the next 365 days. One popular tradition is the making of New Year's resolutions. This practice can be traced back to the ancient Babylonians who made promises to their gods to return borrowed items and pay off debts. Today, people all over the world make pledges to improve themselves in the coming year, whether it's to eat healthier, exercise more, or learn a new skill. Another common tradition is the spectacle of fireworks. These vibrant displays light up the night sky, symbolizing the joy and excitement of the year ahead. The first recorded fireworks at New Year's celebrations were used in medieval times. Today, cities across the globe compete to put on the most dazzling and elaborate shows. And who could forget the famous Times Square ball drop in New York City? This tradition dates back to 1907 and has become a global phenomenon watched by millions. The sight of the glittering ball descending down its pole, counting down the final seconds of the old year, has become synonymous with New Year's Eve. Yet these traditions are just a few of the countless ways people welcome the new year. Some cultures have unique customs like the Spanish practice of eating 12 grapes at midnight, each representing luck for the 12 months ahead, or the Danish tradition of jumping off chairs at midnight to leap into the new year. As we look forward to another year, we celebrate not only the promise of new beginnings but also the rich tapestry of traditions that have brought us to this moment. Each celebration, each resolution, each firework is a testament to our shared history and our shared hope for the future. As we welcome another year, let's remember the rich history that brought us to this moment. Here's to another trip around the sun. Happy New Year!